First of all, industrial sewing machine has a wide and spacious table. On the table set special thread stand for all types of thread, including large spools. A sewing drive is placed under the table and is activated by a button. The rotation speed of the motor can be changed by installing a pulley of a different diameter. The electric motor is usually designed to operate on a 380-volt network, but there are drive options for 220 volts. The tabletop can be lowered or raised, depending on your height. Another feature is that the shuttle only rotates in one direction. A presser foot is screwed on with a screw. You need a screwdriver to replace the foot. Adjusting position of a hook nose is very simple. Just loosen these two screws and turn the hook around its shaft axis. A distance between the hook tip and a needle is also easy to adjust. Loosen the screws and move the hook along the shaft axis. A bobbin case of industrial sewing machine is special. It does not have a tail and its bobbin is much thinner than that of a household machine. One most important difference is a needle. Its shank does not have a flat side like a household sewing machine needle, and the needle need rotated around an axis to set its correct position. In addition, large-size needles can be installed on the industrial machine 130, 150. These needles are used for sewing especially thick fabrics and materials. On the industrial sewing machine it is easy to sew any fabrics, leather, jeans, tarpaulin, etc. In order for a thread to be fed evenly, you need to thread it through all the holes of the thread holders. This sewing machine has a very simple and reliable thread tensioner. With such a sewing machine, it is easy to adjust the pressure of presser foot on fabric. A very important feature, you can change the height of the presser foot up to 1 centimeter. It is enough to loosen this screw and move the needle bar up. Another important feature is the ability to replace a needle plate and feed dogs. For sewing thick fabrics, you can set thick needle 130 to 150 and replace the needle plate and set larger size feed dog at the same time. Number of presser feet and special devices for such machines is unlimited. There are feet for sewing leather, denim, and any other materials. As a rule, such machines have a very limited set of operations, most often only the straight stitch, but there are sewing machines having a zigzag stitch also. The bobbin is wound using a special device. You can lift a presser foot by hand or knee. For this there is a special lever under the table. The sewing machine is oiled forcibly by means of a pump. There is about 0.5 to 1 liter of oil in a crankcase of industrial sewing machine. If you see jets of oil in this window, then the pump is working well and the sewing machine will run quietly. If you decide to buy such a machine, then keep in mind that only the sewing machine head weighs more than 30 kilograms.